Well, hello there, good afternoon, I'm Ursa Ryan. This is going to be a little video where we test out a mod that hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to make the AI battles we do a little bit better. Now, if anybody's been watching the previous series that I did, the AI-only World Cup on the six-pronged snowflake map thing, you'll have noticed that a little frustration we had throughout the whole thing was that the AI couldn't do a bunch of stuff properly. Now, we're using this autoplay mod. I'm just sort of going to let you see which mod we're using just in case you ever want to go find it on the Steam Workshop. They're all pretty good. But the AI just... it's infuriating. It doesn't attack walls properly, it goes after random cities, it moves settlers around weirdly, it attacks weirdly. Like, there's so many things that the AI does that makes it stupid, and it makes it, even if you're playing on deity, as long as you know how to beat the AI, you're always going to win because it just cannot do certain things properly. So we're going to be testing this mod out, AI Plus, which again is on the Steam Workshop. Details here if you want to go and find it yourself. It promises to make the AI better, including occasionally an AI will be able to take out another civ completely and may pose a serious threat if you're not careful. It promises a lot, improves behaviour and all kinds of weird things. So we're going to do a little test run on the six-pronged snowflake map again and see if we can notice a difference, whether it's any good. And just for reference, so we can compare it, we're going to be using the same details as we do before: deity, online, six-armed snowflake, and our best friend Alexander. You useless civ. So here we got in our little map, you can see Alexander on the left, we've got the Aztecs to play with, we've got Congo, we've got, Mapuche. I quite like those guys, they're quite cool. The Cree, Cree, interesting. And we've also got Nubia. Okay, so that's a pretty decent set of people. Now, the first thing I've noticed, have you noticed? The civs are settling in different places than without the mod. If you remember, they all settle on that tile there. And actually, you can see, just looking at the mini-map quickly, it looks like all of the civs have settled in place, rather than moving that settler about. I wonder if that's something deliberate. It also looks like most civs are, they're settling pretty quickly. It's turn 11, you can see people sort of moving about. There's a settler kind of wandering around randomly, although the Cree have got 3 down, and the Aztecs have got 3 down. Still, Congo not with the 3rd one down. Oh, there it goes. Mapuche, the settlers just still wandering around out here. Very strange. And then Nubia as well. So it looks like there might still be a little bit of a problem with settlers. There's the settler there. I don't know where he's going. That's a shame. Yeah, look, that one's now wandering back towards there. So the settler bug hasn't really been fixed, but so far so good. It looks like the computer's certainly, just looking at Nubia here, kicking out, I would say, more troops than we've seen previously. I mean, that's the deity AI really does put troops out, but this is quite a lot. Well, that's interesting. The Aztecs sending a settler by itself and leaving all of its troops moving. Weirdly as well, not all of the troops move every turn. Have you seen that? If you just watch the Aztecs for a couple of seconds, like, some move, but not all of them. That's weird. I wonder if they galvanize when the computer's got something to do. Okay, so they did finally get their 3rd city down, and you can see a 4th settler has been pumped out already, so maybe, there we go, there's another settler there as well, so maybe it's just a temporary thing. We did see that on the regular civ battles. Sometimes they just, for whatever reason, a computer really gets tripped up with the settling. But interestingly, we really haven't seen a surge towards the middle of the map like we have. Actually, saying that, there's the Cree. The Cree were good like that. They do like to settle out wildly. They're gonna get that barbarian outpost? They're kind of just leaving it there. And now the settler's going back. That's weird. The behaviour sometimes is so strange. Why are you just leaving it here? You can walk something in it. And look, and then there's a barbarian in it. Why would you do that? Congo seems to be playing well though. 4th city down. Another settler coming towards the middle of the map there. And as I say, the Cree down here as well with the 5th settler on the way. Mapuche finally starting to get some... Oh no, they're off. Do you think the AI is just, with this mod, it seems to be overly cautious with barbarians? I think that might be what it is. If the settler goes to the left now... No, it goes back. No, ignore that. Oh look, Lisbon's being taken on by the Cree. We didn't see that previously very much, the computer going after city-states on this map, so clearly a little bit more aggressive. And look, they're actually circling the city round with galleys and seem to be healing them right. Yeah, look. All the battles, they're stopping to upgrade units properly. It's so far so good. If Lisbon falls to the Crete on turn 43, that's going to be by far the earliest, and it is, yeah, by far the earliest state capture. And to my knowledge, the Crete aren't at war with anyone, so that's interesting. The Congo pushing out. Look at the Aztecs up here. Oh my god. Have you got enough Eagle Warriors? No? Nubia's had a bugged settler for quite a long time though. Just sat there, turn 46. Weird that. I mean, the AI doesn't seem to upgrade all its warriors when it can as well. There's always seems to be like a bunch of warriors that sort of continue being just lying around lazily. How often have we seen that from Nubia, or just generally the AI? They seem to be the last people to settle onto the middle bit and then just get random loyalty penalties when they just settle ages away. Like, just put a city in here, for goodness sake, with that settler. Really weird. Congo actually now going after Nubia. That'll be interesting. Let's see how well does a computer galvanize a full-scale war. Now, it promises better handling of sort of... Oh, actually, look. The Cree has declared war on Congo now. Okay, well, fine. Well, I'm sure we'll see some kind of battle here. But it'll be interesting to see if the computer handles itself better in war. Interestingly, now the Cree is at war, all of its troops are moving, where before they just sat around. So maybe it's just a thing where if the computer hasn't got anything to do with its troops, it won't move them about. Wow, the Mapuche has thickly settled as well. Look at that, and 2 settlers here, and just all this army. But again, they've got swordsman upgrades, but they don't seem to be upgrading all of the warriors. Maybe it's because they don't have any money. I thought the deity AI pretty much got a 3 slate at that, but maybe not. Oh, interestingly as well, the Cree now going after the Congo. So before, what we would see is the computer not like moving and not attacking, not bringing siege weaponry. At the moment, it doesn't look like any siege weaponry has been bought, or brought, I should say. But there's no walls on the city, so that kind of would. It's not the end of the world there. Oh, don't you hate that? Actively attacking a city and a crossbowman just appears. Awful. Interestingly, the computer moved its unit over to siege the city. If that was deliberate, that was a great play. Nope, now the computer is moving its swordsman away from the city, so I get the feeling that wasn't deliberate. Oh well. Interesting that the Cree felt that they could settle right next to Mapuche, who still has a bunch of settlers just in its land that it isn't really doing anything with. Like, I can see at least one there. Maybe there's probably more I'm missing, but look, they've built so many galleys and they're just lining them around. Cree making peace with the Congo. Okay, so nothing really happened in that war. In the end, Nubia is still up against it, but they seem to be behind in tech. Congo deploying its unique unit pretty well, actually, which is always a good sign. Oh my god, could you imagine facing this? It's terrifying. Oh my god. Turn 75, and it seems like if the computer does something well, it does it really well. The Cree is now on 9 cities and the Congo on 7, whereas the other 3 are still on 4 or 5. So there's a definite, like, what would you call it? Divergence in sort of skill level or how well the computer seems to be handling things. Interestingly, the settler AI isn't doing as well as we've seen it do on regular game for whatever reason. The Aztec is now going after the Congo, so this is going to be interesting. Does the army move? This has literally all been sat there doing nothing. Let's just see, did we see one huge mob? We haven't seen one huge mobilization. I kind of wanted to see just everything clump downwards in some crazy move. Interestingly as well, the Aztecs just running all the troops past this Congo city, even though they could be attacking it. Okay, I just, maybe the mod hasn't fixed as many things as we would like. Cree's going after Mapuche, and Congo's declared war on Macree again. Congo really just fighting everybody at the moment, but Cree and Mapuche, that's an interesting one there. Let's see how well big forces mobilise now, because the Cree doesn't really have many troops waiting around in its territory at all. So they all seem to be fairly well, quite ably deployed on the front lines. Except from the fact they're running in one night and they've got all the siege and support weaponry behind them, but never mind. Well, so far the AI seems to be falling into the old regular problem of deciding to go after an encampment rather than the city itself, which is always a little bit frustrating, but never mind. Aztec still, doing that. I mean, it's like chicken pox. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Mapuche McCree making peace. Don't you love a war like that, just where nothing happens? Congo making peace with the Aztecs as well. Oh my god, that was a battering ram. Oh, so close. Interestingly, it took until turn 94 for a city to be lost to loyalty, and that was only because it was one of the settler AIs. We haven't had any deity cities flipping from loyalty just yet, which is impressive. Boring, like I would like to see them flip, but impressive nonetheless. Have you seen just how much the Cree is settling? So they've got 4 cities down here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 1 they've captured, so 11. But still, no cities really flipping hands. What I would like to see is a mod that got rid of the strength of walls, or lowered the strength of cities a little bit. Or maybe just got rid of the advantage that you get if you've got walls against regular troops. You know, you get like a -17 or something penalty. If I could get rid of that, the AI would have so much more of a better time. So I mean, the one thing the mod has definitely done is massively increase the amount of troops the computer produces. I mean, it's just an incredibly large amount of troops. The Aztecs are just a perfect example of this. They've only got 4, I say 4 cities. They've actually got 5 cities down here, but they're going to lose that one. And oh look, they've just been settling right on top of Alexander. And surprisingly, yeah, they're losing both these cities to loyalty. So weird that, but just so many troops. Like you can see just up here, the Congo just sending loads of troops up in that direction, and the Cree and Mapuche have got so many troops as well, just in that direction. There's so much going on. Just for whatever reason, it's made the computer super, not even aggressive, just defensive. I mean, look at this, Nubia, just crazy amounts of boats. I mean, they're all quad marines, which isn't great. I mean, they're not going to do anything against the Babylonian walls or the Buenos Aires walls or anything like that, but it's just, you can see what it's trying to do, but I just don't feel like it's helped particularly. Saying that they Mapuche and Aztec and Congo have all gone to war, so Mapuche and Aztec is a bit boring, but Aztec and Congo is interesting. Valletta already losing its walls, so it looks like the Congo are trying to shoot that down with something. Computer having different levels of success here. The Aztec actually beginning to get some stuff down from the Congo city. The letter starting to fall. So the one thing that has been improved is the aggression, the war aggression. That definitely has helped. I think this map is it's a really good map for humans, but I think the computer really struggles to move troops around on it sometimes, and it gets a little bit confused by maybe the equalness, the equality of all the different routes, and it's just all weird things like that. But maybe this mod with like a Pangea map where people can move around a little easier, I'd like to think that actually might work. If nothing else, we'll have huge wars of like hundreds of troops. I mean, look at this navy, that's incredible. And the Cree just sending loads of boats around as well, I think, to go and siege this free city. It's so funny, they move it all the way around the map just so they can send a quad marine and attack this free city. So stupid. You know, this is actually quite fun. The Congo and the Aztecs are having a real old scrap here. Valletta, poor Valletta, just in the middle of it. I think they must be the Aztecs' allies, to the way they're moving the troops through the lands, but it's actually quite a good little scrap. Oh my god, have you seen over here? Look at all these troops between the Mapuche and the Cree. Oh, I really hope we see a war over this lot. Have you seen how hilariously fortified Lisbon is? It's so funny, just so many troops. Just a huge island of field cannons and artillery, and yeah, no one's getting through this death trap. I mean, the Mapuche seem to have just this great wall of galleys and quad marines, but they do have a couple of caravels hidden amongst them. This war up here was, I think it was kicking along for a little while. Yeah, it's still kicking along. Valletta seems to be at peace with everybody now. I'm not entirely sure if that'll last, but yeah, the mod, it's bringing in a lot more excitement and a lot more sort of concerted effort. These Aztec cities have both fallen to Alexander. Weirdly, so Alexander getting a little bit of a boost from the AI there, but it hasn't really broken the sort of deadlock problem we've had with AI games thus far. Like the ability for just an AI to push forward and really sort of make something of the game for themselves. Well, hey, we did finally see a city fall to loyalty. Whew, it only took us to like turn 150 or something. Oh look, Nubia went after Babylon and they actually won. Is that the second city-state we've seen fall this game? Like, that is solidly improving. So I feel like we are improving, and I will use this mod for AI-only battles just for the next World Cup or series that I do, just to, you know, spice things up a little bit, and I think it will help. But what I'm kind of opening up now and sort of appealing from you, the audience, is do you know any other mods that you think would be handy in this scenario? The things I'm looking for is anything that's going to change the AI and the way the AI behaves. We're looking for anything that is going to change the way the AI prioritizes war, that it upgrades units, but it moves units around. Those I can see those being more difficult mods to pull off. The other thing I'm looking for is mods that reduce or remove the power of walls, or maybe even get rid of walls entirely. I think that would massively help the AI just sort of sort itself out. Mods that increase the aggressiveness of the AI, like maybe just sort of everybody's at war, battle royale style mods. I'm not entirely sure. So let me know in the comments anything you can find that you think is going to help with this sort of playthrough. Until then, thank you very much. I'm going to keep playing around with these mods and see what I can come up with. I have the next World Cup, semi-regular World Cup for AI sorted and planned out. I'm going to start filming that probably tomorrow if I get a bit of time. So I shall see you then. But thank you so much again for watching. In the meantime, guys, remember to like, subscribe, all that sort of shite. I'm not even going to bother. See you later. Bye!